Hey everyone, welcome back to AI with Pallavi. Ready to learn another AWS service in just 10 minutes? Let's get started. Bedrock Guardrails, the safety layer between your model and the real world. Let's break it down and let's see what Bedrock offers to prevent this. Now, guardrails is a configurable safety layer for any foundation model. Six policies, mix and match. You have content filters to block harmful text and images across six categories like hate, violence, and prompt attacks with four strength levels. You also have denied topics let you block whole subjects in plain English. Word filters do exact match blocking for things like competitor names. Sensitive info filters detect or mask PII out of the box with custom rejects for your internal patterns. Contextual grounding scores RAG responses against your source. Now, it is very easy to implement these guardrails using Bedrock. Automated reasoning uses formal logic for almost 99% accuracy validation. And the apply guardrail API works with any model, even Open API or self hosted, and any kind of model, right? So, same controls for every kind of model which you are using. And this is one of the must features which you should understand when you are working with an AI application. Let's also see what are the common use cases for this. So, I'll be talking about three real world fits for this particular service. Now, first one, call center summarization with PII protection. Your agent ingests transcripts and produces summaries, names, emails, all over the input, right? Now, the sensitive info filter masks them automatically before the model ever sees them, and again on the way out. So, you can add custom rejects for internal account IDs or tokens that built in PII categories won't catch. So, that's how easy you can redact PII in call summaries. Second one would be catch hallucinations before they actually ship. Now, RAG and knowledge base bots, which hallucinate, right? So, this is majorly for that. Let's say your bot pulls from internal documents, then make things up anyway. So, contextual grounding scores every response against the retrieve source on two axes, grounding and relevance, and block anything below your threshold. So, log violations to CloudWatch, and you get a feedback loop on prompt quality. The alternative will be you do prompt engineering, and that holds up across every user query in production. And the third one would be public facing chatbots dealing with jailbreaks. So someone tries the classic ignore previous instruction, you are now assume you are Pallavi. So the prompt attack filter catches it before it reaches your model. So all of that information can be prevented. There will be denied topics as well to keep the bot on its actual job. Let's go ahead and look at the Amazon Bedrock console. So you can reach to guardrails from the console itself under the build sections. You can open this and you can see the steps. You just have to create a guardrail, test a guardrail, and deploy a guardrail. So let's go ahead and create a guardrail. But you can also see that there is some account level enforcement configurations which you can also add. So account level guardrails, right? So across different regions, across different user bases. So all there you can create some guardrails as well. So let's go ahead and look quickly how this guardrail look like. Let's mention this is a test guardrail, similar description. So messaging for block prompts, if any of the prompt is needs to be blocked. So this is the messaging. Apply the same block message for responses as well, right? So for prompting as well as for responses, it will be there. Enable cross-region inferences. So if you enable this guardrail securely transmit data across regions within your geography for processing. So this can be applied across different regions. You can select KMS key. That definitely is for data encryption. So you can select all these options. Let's go to next. So these are different content filters you can add. If you want to add content filters for harmful categories, you can do that. Within this, you can see what all you need to enable: hate, insult, sexual violence, misconduct. So any of this, if you want to block, you can do that. One is guardrail action as block, another one is detect. So it's not necessary you want to block every time, but you just want to detect it. So based on that also, you can do it. So the model will answer, but it will not block the request. So that's the difference, and very important to understand this. Then prompt attacks. So for prompt attack also, you can block or detect. So different kind of attack. It can happen via text, can happen via image. If you want to do that across different types of inputs, you can do it. Content filter tiers. One is classic, one is standard. Classic is basically supporting specific languages, while standard is for improved robust solution for supporting 50 languages as well. So that's how you can do it. So let's go ahead, look at the next option. That is deny topic. If you want to add any deny topic, right? So let me say deny politics. If you want to deny all the details related to politics, right? So I do it. Topic discussion. So the definition will help the bedrock or the bot to actually identify what it is. So I've just given a test definition, but make sure that you add details, right? So all these things have to be added. Then input, whether you want to block the input as well, or you want to block the output, because it's not necessary that the input will contain these details, but the output also. Let's say you ask about Mahatma Gandhi, so more related to the political agenda and other details, if you want to block, that's how you can do it from the response which is being sent from the model. For sample phrases can be, you can add whichever sample phrases you feel. Based on that, for example, you can see where should I invest money. If I want to deny investment related details, so this can be a sample phrase. So that's how I can do it. And if you want to add deny topic, then again classic standard. Let me go ahead further. Filter profanity. If you want to filter any particular words, by default it's already trained to filter, right? So that's how you can do. If you want to filter based on your file which you want to provide, you can do it. You can also upload the file in S3 and share it. So you can also share custom words which needs to be filtered. Then you have sensitive information filters like PII data, regex patterns that can be added. You can add new PII. What kind of PII data, like name, phone, email address? It already has certain PII data already present, so you can use either from them. Let's say I don't want any CVV to be added and I want it to be blocked, so I have added this as a one of my PII data. So credit, debit card, CVV. It will automatically identify. Will remove that from the input as well as from the output. But you want to get the data but don't want to mention that in the output, that's how you can do it. Rejects patterns as well. If the input contains a specific rejects, you can mention that. For example, booking ID, the rejects pattern is this. So you just have to give the name if the booking ID present, and if it's not in a specific format, you can reject that. Then contextual grounding. So you can enable the grounding, what threshold you want, then relevance, what threshold you want, block or detect. So no action in case of detect, just remember that. Then we have other like automated reasoning policy, confidence threshold here as well. You can add that policy directly and do it. So once all of this is done, if I don't want to do it right now, let me do it. Let me review and create this guardrail. So it will take some time to create the guardrail, and once done, it will show me how the guardrail will look like. You need to know three things before you just push everything to production. First one on cost and latency. So tag your inputs to skip what doesn't need scanning. Wrap user input in guard tags, leave system prompts and rack context outside. Most teams scan everything by default and pay for it twice. So once on the bill and once on the latency. So the SDK supports this explicitly, so you can do that. Second, architecture. Apply guardrail works without a bedrock model. So the standalone API lets you wrap OpenAPI, um, Gemini, or your self-hosted LLM with the same safety controls. One safety layer, every model. So you don't have to treat that as independent for different models. Third, the policy. So define deny topics positively with sample phrases. What does that mean? All topics except investment advice. Never works. Describe what to block in plain English, then add three or four real example user faces. So, accuracy actually jumps without changing anything else. The model needs examples, not exclusions. So, that's how you can create the phases. And that's how you can go ahead and try Bedrock Guardrails. And just like that, you have learned another AWS service in 10 minutes. Hit that subscribe button if you like this video and comment if you have any questions related to this service or if there is any service you want me to focus next. Happy learning!